Yeah, my tongue is on fire.
Yep.
This podcast contains explicit language.
I'm having a bad time.
That might be the intro to the entire episode. That might be it right there.
That's pretty freaking good. He's like, no, but seriously.
Welcome to the James Chambers Show. I completely lost it. God damn it. I'm not used to looking at other people when I'm doing this. Yay! Fuck. All right.
We didn't even do anything.
I know.
I lost it.
I'm used to looking at that wall and there's nothing there, and I'm like looking at Hunter going. All right. God damn it.
One more again.
Welcome to the James Chambers Show. I'm your host for this podcast, James Chambers. And today in the studio, I've got two of my best friends, Nik and Hunter. Hunter and Nik. Hunter on my left side, Nik on my right side. And we are doing the James Chambers Show Hot Sauce Challenge. And today we are going to have a whole lot of fun. And I'm so grateful to have my guys back in the studio again. It's been too long, and I'm really, really happy to see you guys. Thank you so much for being in here.
Thanks for having us, dude.
Let's go. Can we talk? Yeah. Good to be here.
There we go. All right. Okay, let's just open the floor. So we have got 6 different hot sauces that we're going to taste test today. They're from different vendors, different... okay, they already opened up the Limerick books. So they're from various different vendors. I've been watching... Hot Ones on the First We Feast channel on YouTube, and so it's kind of inspired by that. To credit Sean Evans, we have got the Last Dab Carolina Reaper edition. We've got Da Bomb, which is a ghost pepper hot sauce. We've got the High Rever Sauces Chiba Gold, which is a habanero and Scotch bonnet hot sauce. We've got the Hot Ones Original Fiery Chipotle, and we have the Añejo Verde Pepper Sauce. And El Yucateco Black Label. And I think those are all going to be delicious. The Last Dab will be our last bit of food. So we'll see how that goes.
Ever in our lives.
It could be,
probably.
We might
not survive this.
There will be some bathrooming. But there you go. All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for being in here. I really miss having you guys here. It's a lot of fun. And it's also really hot in here.
Don't drop that emotional shit on me right off the bat, Marshall. Listen, I came here to eat hot sauce, bro. Okay.
Oh, man. Sorry, let me just open my fine Dos Equis in a can.
Mm-hmm.
In a can, no less.
Tastes better out of a can.
That's high class, sir.
Refreshing. Brought to you by Dos Equis. All right. So, let's hit any number except number 1. What do you think?
So we're gambling because I don't remember what was what.
Exactly.
Are you guys still wanting to taper into this lowest and then get to the obviously?
That's
the
what I
kind of
thought was going to happen, but I like the idea of randomness to a certain degree.
And that's kind of what
except if it's too hot, we're not going to be able to know the more tame.
Truth. Well,
not necessarily. It's because it'll hit you, and then it will taper down, and we can wait in between each bite. You know.
Do you really know this?
Have you tested your theory, sir?
Did you Google this? Because
there have been tons of Googling.
Okay.
Number 4.
All right. What's number 4? Number 4. Oh, okay. We're starting off with a kick.
That's the bomb, man.
Okay.
That's the bomb one.
Whoa, that die, I read it wrong. Obviously, it was number 3.
Okay, yeah, I'm more okay with that.
All right, number 3, huh? All right, so number 3 is the El Yucateco Black Label.
Yeah, I think that's a great starting
point. So you guys eating this whole piece of chicken?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm just pop one?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the El Yucateco Black Label is a habanero-based hot sauce that, and I should point out that we're eating popcorn chicken, no bones. I want to make sure that we could eat just a nice mouthful of meat.
About a $50 size piece.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they all are. So in reverence to the Hot Ones channel where they eat hot wings, we're eating popcorn chicken because we don't like the mess. All right, here we go. El Yucateco Black Label.
All right.
These were fresh. They're not now.
It's got a little zing on it right off the bat.
Yeah. It's got a little pep to it. I think it's nice. It's kind of the Black Label roasts all the habaneros and roasts all the onions and everything that goes into it. They blacken it first and then make the hot sauce out of it.
Oh, this is the one that came out of your fridge.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really good.
It has a nice flavor. It's not super powerful, but it's not super assuming.
No.
Because you're eating more? No.
I'm eating both of them.
Yeah, I'm going to eat both.
I'm actually kind of hungry, so.
It's the heat. It kind of freaks you out for a second.
Mm-hmm.
It does keep going, but then it tapers, and it's not like burn your face off.
Mm-hmm.
It does have that burn all day long, and I like that.
It didn't get in my lips or anything like that. It's staying on my tongue right now, so it hasn't spread like wildfire.
And that's one thing I like about eating like this as opposed to something like wings where you actually get it all on your lips.
All on your face. Your face is burning.
Holy shit, that hurts. Like, especially with a hot one. I mean, that can be painful. And also just for the all 15 people who are listening, there's we definitely brought the beer and the milk to cover this because I think this the last dab might be painful.
It also just makes recording easier.
All right, very good. So
brewed in USA. Oh, USA.
No, you said it right. USA.
Is it USA?
Yeah.
This is my fine public education talking. I didn't realize that it was USA.
Brewed in USA.
Your whole life.
I'm so pretentious. I wish I would have known this.
It's big to admit that.
I know.
Okay, good for you.
I appreciate that.
You dumb mother.
Yeah, that's fair. One of the things that I was going to bring to the table today was that we've all heard, not all of us, okay, a lot of people have heard about the Sinclair Broadcasting group that is buying up lots of local media television stations. We actually have one of, I think it's KRCG out of New Bloomfield that broadcasts Channel 13 is in our local market that's actually been a Sinclair station for the last about 5 years. And so they've been running this stuff too. And there's another one in Kirksville. They have over 200 stations across the country, and they are a pretty hard right-leaning organization that's introducing right-wing ideologies into their local news broadcasts, which to me is actually a little more dangerous than, say, something like Fox News or Breitbart or those kinds of things where you actually have to seek that out. When you go and you seek out on cable a left or a right-wing news organization, you're actually looking for that. You want to know what they have to say. When you get to your local news station, you want them to be focused on your area, what's happening. You want to know what the high school sports teams are doing. What's the weather? What bridge is going to be closed this week? What's the governor doing? What's our local precinct doing? Those things are important because they're a local thing. What we don't need is must-read political sort of electioneering being built into the broadcast specifically from a right-wing source. And I find that to be a little troubling because I really think that local journalism should be fundamentally local and shouldn't be influenced. Hey, if you're in a more conservative area, fine, your broadcast is probably going to lean a little conservative. If you're in a more liberal area, yeah, it's probably going to lean a little liberal, but that's because that's where you are. That's not mandated by a corporation. But, you don't want them mandating what your local news is. Or at least the parts of it that are mandated must-runs.
One of the parts that scares me the most about that is that you're on par, but I also think when you start to get sources at the local level that are saying the same thing that bigger entities like Fox News are saying, then it's verifying at your home that this is factual, that this is really happening. And when you can't separate the two, then it is unfiltered quotation truth. And
even though it's being heavily filtered, it is extensively filtered truth. Air quote.
But I mean the people that are receiving it are going to see it as more truthful because it's also on their local level.
Right.
Yeah, it's Joe Blow or or a woman equivalent to that.
Joette.
Who you see at the supermarket that's saying these things. You're like, I've always trusted them. I didn't know that maybe they have scripted now.
Right.
More. They're not given the news. They're given the approved news.
Well,
yes.
And even then,
and that's exactly the point. The approved news, the things that's Pravda. That is what we would see, and I'm not saying it's this extreme, but it's what we used to make fun of in old Soviet bloc countries during the Cold War. We used to mock that idea that it was quote unquote journalism.
We still do with North Korea.
Right, exactly.
That's not real news. That's what they're told to say about them.
Right. It's state-run propaganda.
It's propaganda to the highest level. And like you said, with Fox News or even CNN, like we know what side they're spouting for.
Yeah.
But when you start to get that local level also pushing that same agenda, that becomes scary. That becomes, a lack of democracy because the people that are doing the reports are no longer doing it themselves. They're being told you have to do that.
Right.
And even though it's a private company telling them they have to do that, if their political agenda is towards a certain goal, there's not much separation there.
I mean, and you know what? I'm not saying that everything that they run is going to be just like Fox. Okay, I'll even say this about Fox. They are ridiculous in terms of their opinion stuff. Like, I mean, if you want to run Fox and Friends or The Five or Hannity or those things, those are all opinion. Those are not news. They are people talking heads about the news, and so therefore it's going to be slanted. I get that, but there are some real journalists there who, yeah, they do skew to the right, but they'll still do good journalistic diligence. Mm-hmm. And so I can't bash every reporter at Fox News. Same thing with MSNBC. Their opinion talk, that's going to be to the left, but their reporting is going to be pretty accurate. I mean, and they need to be, otherwise they're going to be useless to people watching. They're no longer
a news organization.
Exactly.
And people will be like, no, well, that's not.
Yeah.
You're not bringing anything to the table except your opinion.
Exactly.
And there's a time and place. And every news area, newspaper, internet site, they have those opinion pieces. And so that's how you know a certain entity leans one way or another. But you're right. The factual, just this happened, this is the resources, this is what occurred because of it, that shouldn't be pushed towards anyone's agenda or to muddy the waters to make it seem not as truthful. Right.
I just want to know when the snow's coming. I want to know, right? I want to know when.
You want to know who brought that snow? The goddamn Democrats. That's who.
I swear, them with
global
their goddamn
warming,
snow.
Boo, that's not true because it snowed.
We tried to get more snowplows. They wanted a second library. Who's to say?
Tax us more.
You goddamn liberal.
I know. That went quiet. No one knew what to say.
I mean, I agree.
but I also want that new TV.
Yeah. Okay. Wing time. Or
okay.
Sorry. Chicken nugget time.
Nick, what's your number, dude?
2.
Let's try, I kind of want to try that mustard one.
The Chiba Gold.
What is that, 5 or 6?
Chiba Gold. Oh, wow. I went off mic. I'm sorry. Chiba Gold is 5.
Yeah, I kind of want to try that.
Let's do it. All right.
You saying Chiba Gold?
Yeah. Cheeba.
Is Chiba like slang for weed?
Chiba.
It could very well be. I don't know. I'm really white.
Yeah, you are.
All right. Marshall popped it. I'm going.
Oh, man. He didn't wait. Okay.
I need my descriptor.
Right up front. I like that.
Oh, crap. Here comes the heat.
So, High River sauce is Chiba Gold. There's a habanero and Scotch bonnet pepper sauce. It's based on a mustard platform with some Caribbean spices, a little sweetness.
Number 5, right, guys?
Man.
It is number 5.
Okay.
I like that one.
It is tasty,
too.
Right?
Yeah, that's got some good flavor.
And the heat did die down. It's a little more intense than 3, I think.
Mm.
But I'm going to eat the second piece because that was.
I'm eating them. Oh yeah.
Okay. There's the heat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It didn't hit me on my first piece. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, I agree with you because mine wasn't that bad, but second one's creeping up.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I think the last dab is kind of like, from what I gather. Okay. It was like, you go, that's, you know what? I can do this. I'm not sure I can do this.
Too late.
Oh God, I can't do this. So that one, I'm recommending the High River. High River Sauce's Chiba Gold.
I really like both of them though. That blackened one was freaking baller. Mm-hmm. It's way more low key. Mm-hmm. It's not in your face hot. The 5 is hotter.
Yep,
but that mustard, there's something about it. And you said there was these other like Caribbean seasonings. Like that was interesting. I don't know if I've tasted anything quite like that.
It's sweet a little bit.
A little mustard, a little sweetness. Yeah. And then I'm actually, the pepper part of it is building right now in my mouth. So I'm definitely getting some hot on the front.
My face is hot. after that one.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Ooh, that's building up on my tongue.
Do
Whew.
you want your jug of milk, Marshmallow?
Hell no, I ain't touching that until I absolutely need to.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think when I get to the bomb, I'll probably need to start.
Yeah. The bomb, I will admit, that very first flavor is like, oh, that's really good. That's got a nice and then it just explodes. It's out of my fridge.
Oh, fuck.
Well, okay, so that Sinclair was my first little tidbit that I was going to throw out there because I find it to be appalling. But what about you guys? What do you got? What's on your minds?
Talk about anything. I'm gonna change tune big time.
Oh,
Yeah.
How is you guys' Easter? It's the day after Easter right now.
It is.
Okay.
Happy Zombie Jesus Day, everybody.
Easter was good,
Good.
but kind of low key.
Hey, everybody. I'm just going to do a quick punch in here. We talked about some Easter things, but it had involved some family and some names. So we're going to go ahead and cut out of that and cut back into another portion of the show. This might happen every once in a while. If it does, you'll hear me again. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Keep going. I found that it was kind of interesting walking around the hospital, and that's not disclosing anything because we've talked about the fact that we're healthcare workers in the previous episodes. Walking around the hospital, because I was doing a 12 on Easter, that some of my coworkers and some of the patients were very, very much like, Happy Easter, and very excited, and have a great Easter, and blah, blah, blah. And my reaction to it was, I hope you have a great day.
Yeah.
Have a great day. I really am, have a good one. Good to talk to you. And they say, Happy Easter. I said, you too.
I want to say happy holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, that would piss them
How
off.
dare you, sir? How dare you?
Have a good holiday, sir.
As they say,
It's fucking Easter.
where's the complaint
You
cards?
commie.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, and I have nothing against, the holidays. What I do actually have a little bit of a quibble with was that the schools and other things were off on Good Friday.
Yeah, that was weird to me.
What the fuck?
Hmm.
Like, it's not even a holiday. It's not a holiday. It's not even a recognized, it's a recognized religious day, but it's not a recognized off day.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then Muslims should get every Friday off or whatever.
Not in this country, they don't.
But it's...
No, but you're totally right. You can't pick and choose.
Yes,
No.
exactly. I agree with you. And
And we
Now-
already
now
do
they
to a
call
certain extent with Christmas and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
but-
Christmas break, start calling it winter break.
Yeah.
Kids need breaks, but
And that's fine,
Yeah.
but you make it even for all so that certain
Yeah.
people don't feel excluded or lesser than. We never went on with his Easter thing. We forgot.
Oh, my
we
God.
got all off track.
oh, I got blackout drunk at 6 in the morning. I don't recall.
Happy Easter.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Shit's
so hard.
finally good.
Yeah.
You know what I saw that was interesting? And after I say this, I want to get to a chicken here.
I was
But-
about to say, we've been talking for a while.
We have. Is that there are more now millennials and I guess Gen Zers or whatever the next generation below them is, the people in high school right now. There are more of them that are about to be or are voting age than there are baby boomers.
Wow.
And that is amazing because the baby boomers have been a huge driving force.
In control.
Yeah, they've been in control for several decades, but
that mindset.
they're not going to be very quickly here in the next probably 10 years. There's going to be a tidal shift in how the actual voting electorate sees things and how we should do or how we should manage our country.
Yeah.
And that's a fascinating thing to watch. Can you believe that? Like, we're at a point, I'm Gen X, and I think both of you would fall into,
I think I'm X.
it's
When
it's
did that
real
break off?
close. It's like 83. Roughly.
I was 80.
So, yeah.
86 for me.
So you're technically, I think, a millennial.
Am I?
Yeah.
You fucking millennial.
Hold on now, guys. Don't.
Did you know that you're entitled and apparently lazy and
Wow.
don't want to do anything, and it's kind of your fault now. So,
Yeah.
So
He's like, I didn't know that, actually.
I felt that.
it's which, to be completely fair, all that trope is such bullshit. And I could expound on that. I've done that before. I did that with one of the previous episodes. I kind of went into millennials and why it's not their fucking fault. It's kind of it's the boomers' fault.
Well,
It's
yeah.
the greatest generation and the boomers. They're the ones who fucked everything up for Gen X and the millennials. And now we have the opportunity to fix that and help with Gen Z or whatever they are now. But when Gen Z is does something good, which they are right now with trying to move the gun debate forward and just being safe forward, there's going to be a whole pile of Gen Xers who go, oh yeah, oh yes, thank you God, we haven't been able to do it. You can do it. We're going to support you.
Yeah.
It took some generations, yeah.
It has taken some generations.
The only problem I
swing.
see with that is the baby boomers started that way, and then they got manipulated somehow and ended up fucking everything they stood for in their younger years.
But they hadn't seen that. That was a new thing that they hadn't. Baby boomers had not been indoctrinated into the trickle-down economic theory. It was something that sounds good on paper that doesn't actually function very well, and we had not done it in this country until the boomers were at the point where they were now in control. And then they decided to try it. And now we've had 2 generations since then who going like, wow, we got fucked, but we didn't even know why we got fucked. We just know that life isn't as good for us as it was for them.
But
like they had the benefit.
Fine, but it's their point of view that certain things people don't deserve, or that you're lazy if you can't do a certain level of, like, the idea that someone could work 3 shitty jobs and it's just because they're
still
idiot
poor,
or so it's your fault because you're poor.
Yeah, it's
like,
bullshit.
Like, that's ridiculous. They used to be the people of peace, and now all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, except for your circumstance, because
and that's the point, though. In that generation, they had the huge, massive benefit of gigantic funding from the government that actually allowed...
A bug just landed on my arm. That was weird.
Are you going to kill it, Nick?
No, I'm just kind of checking it out.
Should probably
what if it's a beetle?
Eat that? You going to eat that? So, hey, let's eat something hot real quick.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay, sorry, because I could hit that tirade.
Marshall, pick a number.
You know what? I want to go with number 6. I want to go with the Hot Ones fiery chipotle.
The Hot Ones, fire chipotle. Tell me more, baby.
Let's see what we got. The fiery
I'm going to start
chipotle.
with the bigger piece.
I'm popping the motherfucker.
Me too. Right off the bat, I got some vinegar. Tastes more like a wing sauce. The flavor's good, though.
Oh, yeah. It tastes really good. Oh, my God, you guys. Fucking tastes like fucking God.
My God. That chicken's butt is so big.
Anywho. All right. So, before I was so rudely interrupted, my Easter was lovely, you guys.
Well, good.
Spent it with my new girlfriend and her 2 kids.
Yeah.
And they had Easter baskets, and she got up ass early and hid eggs in the basement because it ended up snowing in Missouri, even though I was wearing short sleeves the day before.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, right? But it was a beautiful Easter, man. Her friend came over and cooked food for all of us, and we just drank a cocktail or 2, and...
Nice.
I watched The Karate Kid, the first one.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, and I just...
All Valley Tournament.
Really felt good.
Dude, isn't that great, though? Isn't that a nice feeling when you just, it's the right vibe, right movie, right situation, right people, and you're just like, yeah, I can relax. Like, I can get this.
Yeah,
that's such a good feeling.
The kids were being cool, man. They're being sweethearts all day. And
fuck those kids.
Everybody, no doubt. No, but man, it was fun. And with 3 adults, we were talking, that's the magical number with the kids.
Yeah.
Because
you can kind of all watch them.
And we could all disappear for a little bit. Like, I went and showered and shaved my beard and stuff, and then she went and like cleaned up and showered and stuff, and everybody was getting watched. It was anywho, that's good.
Actually, there was a quick tidbit that I wanted to actually. I don't know if you knew this. Did you know that the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Fine, I guess you know that. Smarty pants.
You know what I got to say to that, Marshall? Concerning them bees and the flowers in the fields and the gardens of bowers, you will note at a glance that their sexless romance has little resemblance to ours.
Oh, why you gotta be talking about our romance?
Because it's a spicy romance.
Oh, indeed.
A spicy, sexless romance. I've never seen one. No. Hey, let's eat one more hot thing real quick.
Okay. If I might make a recommendation, I think we should go to number 4.
I was eyeballing number 4.
Were you?
Yes.
What's 2?
2 would be the Añejo Verde pepper sauce, which I think will taste very good. But I think we should go...
Oh, crap.
This
is the bomb.
It is
4 is the bomb.
Okay, the bomb.
All right, you frickin' ass.
And we have 3 pieces of it, too.
I got 3 pieces of it also.
I only have 2.
What the fuck? How'd I get that?
Because we've all had 3 of something, and
yeah,
2
but
of most
those were
All right, Marshall, tell me about the bomb before I put this shit in my gullet, man.
So the bomb is also a pretty hot pepper sauce. It is a ghost pepper sauce.
Son of a bitch.
But ghost pepper is in sort of it's a red pepper sauce. Very tasty. Got a little fruit up front, and then it hurts you.
We might have to get the milk ready.
Say again, Nick. What?
We might have to get the milk ready.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right, here we go.
Ready? All right.
Oh, Jesus, that's coming on pretty fast.
It comes on quick.
Yeah, this one...
Yeah, that one's getting a little hot.
It's got some heat. I'm having to breathe it out, dude.
Yeah, this is the first one that made my lips start to get heated. Just from eating it.
Still going a bit.
So I'd like to point out that this one's only 22,000 Scoville. And let me just refresh on the Scoville scale. Let me eat my second one here, and then I'll tell you.
No doubt.
Oh,
Going all my budget.
I'm doing it, baby. I'm doing the whole thing.
All right, I slam these other pieces. Well, I have 3 of these, you sons of bitches.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the tongue. Oh, fuck. So, I'll try to talk while this is burning. So the Scoville scale is a set of units based on the amount of capsaicin on a certain... based on a certain amount of capsaicin within a chili. Like a bell pepper.
What is capsaicin? You bastard.
Just spit it out, you son of a bitch.
Capsaicin is a compound that attaches to the pain receptors in your skin and your tongue.
Oh.
It doesn't actually hurt you. It just causes pain.
Oh.
God damn it.
It only hurts, not to be confused with pain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It doesn't damage you. Okay, so a bell pepper has 0. Everything up from that is increasing. Like a jalapeno has got about 5,000. And this has about 22,000 Scoville.
That's pretty hot, dude. That's pretty hot.
This one's making my...
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Hey, we cleared the board on that one, though. We all got them down. Yeah, my tongue is on fire.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but this Dos Equis is not helping.
No, it's not. It kind of makes it worse.
No milk for me. I'm holding out.
Ugh.
I got tissues here if your nose starts running.
This one hurts bad. Boy.
And it wasn't even that tasty, honestly.
Compared to the other ones, oh no. The Sheba Gold was much better. Oh.
Okay, I feel like I'm cresting. I feel like he's cresting. Seriously, I feel like I'm starting to get over the hump, boys.
Starting to what now?
I'm starting to get over the hump now.
Good. Right, I think I am too.
That one hurts.
Wow.
What do you call a factory that sells passable products? Huh?
Walmart.
Yeah. These are not that
Shut
funny.
up, Marshall!
These are not that funny.
My tongue still hurts. In fact,
And I am saliva-ing.
I feel like the beer did not help. It seemed to burn more after I took a swig than if I had just let it been alone, but...
Yeah. That's why I told you fuckers to bring milk.
I'm having a bad time.
That might be the intro to the entire episode. That might be it right there.
That's pretty freaking good. He's like, no, but seriously. I don't think he's down for the dab.
I'm scared. I'm going to fucking do it, but shit.
I'm doing it too, but son of a bitch.
The bomb feels like it cut into the sides of my tongue real deep. I can't recommend that one for flavor.
No,
I can't either.
that's just if you either are pretending that you can't be harmed, or just for fun to laugh at other people as you're in pain. So one of the topics I had in mind was kind of a dual thing. And if now that I'm kind of brain scrambled from that heat, hopefully I can piece it together.
Piece it, brother.
So I was thinking about, and you touched on it a little bit, how this generation is doing the gun protest. But it's a particular area of the defenders of gun rights that has me confused and a little upset, because one of the phrases I've heard a lot of people spouting is that their guns are their God-given right. Never in the Bible have I heard that, he designed a military-grade weapon for you to protect yourself with, and that everyone on Earth gets the right to have that.
Well,
no,
it's
in
the
that
Bible.
Yeah,
3,
seriously, it's
verse 4-7.
You really need to read also in Revelations.
Well, also, I
where
never read the Bible specifically, but
that's what I'm saying. So specifically, it says,
why you don't
"Thou
know."
shalt own an AK-47 to defend thy family from the roving hordes of immigrants."
so this is one of the defenses, and I get maybe if their defense is saying, well, it's our constitutional right.
Right.
And that's fine. It is not your religious right. That is a man-made determination if you read it in that context, which I personally do not. But the idea that a weapon that's designed to kill people, even though in the Bible, one of the biggest of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not kill.
Unless you're God, at which point you can kill.
Or you
fucking
can
lots of
command people
people
to kill it for you because that's funny.
God literally killed millions of people in the flood. So unless you're God, which
Well, some of these people think they are.
Yeah.
And that's another scary. But my original point,
Yep.
okay, is on this fine issue is that the weapons are their God-given right, but something as simple as healthcare, which Jesus actually did himself, is to administer health and care to lepers and other less, So the idea that the weapon is where their religious right is, but someone else's right to free health care or food, that's somehow not anyone's right. That's, if you're rich enough, you deserve it. And if you're poor, then that's your own fault and you don't deserve anything.
Yeah.
That's a weird context to me. And that's the most confusing part. And that's my main point out of it is there's a bigger issue between the gun control and stuff, but I hate hearing that rhetoric come out of them. It's my God-given right that I can own a AR-15 or whatever the fuck it's called.
right.
No, it's not. And it never has been. That was a man-made law. If you want to interpret it that way, stop blurring the lines and stop pretending that your right trumps everyone else's right to be safe.
Right.
Assholes.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree with you. And I'm going to qualify this whole thing I'm about to say with the fact that, and I know that, I don't know if you own a gun, Nick, I don't know, but I know, Hunter, you do. And I do too. And I enjoyed, when I was a kid, I enjoyed target shooting with my dad. And he taught me how to be a safe and responsible gun owner. We had, until 2008, we did not have a constitutional right as a citizen to own or keep a firearm. That was something that was left up to the states for the state to determine how they wanted to approach the gun laws within each state. Until the Heller decision in 2008, any state could simply say, no, you don't actually get to own a pistol, like Washington, D.C., or I think Chicago did that for a while, and other cities have applied that. It wasn't a constitutional right based on what the Supreme Court said. Well, the Supreme Court careened rightwards, and now they can no longer have those types of gun laws. You could argue that it's okay to own guns. I'm fine with that. But what I'm not okay with is the argument that you can't do common sense, reasonable restrictions on certain things to keep our society safer.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not for anybody owning a fully automatic weapon as a civilian. If you can clip a 100-round magazine, a drum magazine into a fully automatic weapon and mow down a nightclub or something, which I'm not saying he did.
That's the push is now there's people on the right side that are saying there shouldn't be any restrictions.
Right.
Not only a semi-automatic, but we should have machine guns.
Right.
We should not be limited by any size of artillery.
Right.
Because
we should
they're
completely
scared of
remove
the
the
government
Firearms
for
Act.
some reason, like they would have a chance if there was.
And that's right. And that's an odd argument to make for people because do you really think that if the government, and let's qualify, let's say the government means literally all branches of the government, including the military, that the government couldn't come and just simply squash you like a bug?
Yeah.
What
do you think we do in other countries?
Yeah. Why
do you think they wouldn't do that if the context were in your fear
Yeah.
to that level that they decide they want to either destroy you or your belief system? They would do that. They could do that, and you could do nothing.
And there's nothing that we as a civilian could do about it. No matter how many machine guns you owned, there is no way
they
that you could.
just send a drone.
Yeah, you'd be fucked.
You could be dead.
But you take that on the flip side. There's a if you look at the government, let's assume that it's a tyrannical president who is saying that I'm going to now ignore the courts, I'm going to ignore the Congress, I'm going to impose martial law. I do not believe that the American military would say, yeah, I'm going to do that. That sounds great. I think, let's impose martial law. Okay, let's do that. They would, I think that the huge, vast majority of the military would say, fuck you.
Yeah.
And we would have a coup.
Yeah.
Now, that's a terrible situation to be in, but I truly do not believe that the American military as a whole would turn on the populace and take over the country.
It's because it's America, man.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a civilian army. I mean, we have.
Yeah, that's true. They're not indoctrinated in the same manner as other countries where, you serve, like North Korea again. I hate using them for an example, but it's one that pops up in my head.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right
They're in the news.
I mean, they have such high propaganda that they're all brainwashed from birth that this is their cause and this is what they're fighting for. And anything against that is a disservice to the country or your loved ones.
Yeah.
And with that kind of brainwashing, then you don't have the free thought to go, actually, those are my family members, or actually, that's my neighbor that I'm killing. Like, I can't. And it's not to say that somehow down the line things don't get so extreme that there is a coup and somehow they win. It's a possibility. But even if that case, what are you going to do? Even if you have that AK-47, or even if you had a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher, you don't think they're working on bigger and better weapons that we haven't even heard of or seen?
Yeah, they could just drop a Moab on the whole neighborhood, and then, it's not even a feasible argument to say that, well, I need the same level of weaponry that the government has because the Second Amendment was designed against a corrupt government taking over the population, a tyrannical government. It doesn't work that way.
The founders never would have seen the power that the current government controls.
What they saw was somebody who could shoot.
That's godlike power.
Yeah, what they saw is somebody who could maybe shoot 3 rounds in 1 minute.
Yeah.
And not with any great accuracy. That's a huge difference between somebody who can take up, and I'm not picking on AR-15s, but this just happens to be the common gun that people use, to slap a 50-round magazine in it and just as fast as they can pull the trigger, empty the clip into a crowd. That's not what they anticipated. I got into a conversation with somebody we know, but I'm not gonna throw him under the bus. But there's somebody that we know that I got into a conversation with, and somebody he knew. It blew my mind how the conversation just went nowhere. I got to the point where, like, they're arguing semantics about, well, you know that AR doesn't mean assault rifle, right? What is an assault rifle? And it's like, dude, it's a fucking, it has been defined. The assault weapons ban of 1994 defined what an assault weapon was.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's some nebulous thing that nobody knows what the fuck it is. It's actually something that we have done before and we could do again. Even though that one didn't work very well, we could still do better. That's what I don't understand is this absolute stymied ability of people to say we just can't do anything.
Yeah.
We're paralyzed. We can't make things different because if we do, it's a slippery slope. Fuck your slippery slope. Let's just do something.
What the other side of it is they go, well, we can't solve it 100%, so
don't do it.
Do anything about it.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
ridiculous.
Stupid. You can take steps, and if it doesn't work, you adjust the steps. But
Nick,
to say,
I like that. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's good.
No, I like that a lot that you're saying you can't solve it 100% because that's where my mind goes every time I hear assault rifle or something.
Sure.
Because I got a 22 that can have a 30-round magazine.
Sure.
I got a shitload of them.
Yeah.
So I can't have that rifle anymore. I mean, I just don't know what the limitations are. But it does remind me of this woman. Okay. A whorish young lady named Cass tried to make a young fellow of class. When she showed him her stunt, he called her a cunt and stuffed $2 bill up her ass. Okay, that's how I feel.
man, that's a good bill. That's a rare one.
That is something I think that both bipartisan.
I think I would take a $2 bill up the ass because I mean
I got $2 in my wallet.
Oh Jesus,
That's a rare bill.
that's a rare
It is.
bill.
Hey, let's eat something hot and then keep talking.
Okay. Number 2
Delicious?
is Añejo brand Verde pepper sauce. This one should be, I think,
Smells
quite tasty.
delicious.
Yeah, it's got a nice green
Smoker.
It's really mild and tastes good.
It reminds me of 3 a lot.
3
the
was
Verde, or the smoked habanero.
the El Yucateco.
There's a little heat after the fact there.
It builds a little bit, but I think that it's not overwhelming.
It's nothing like the bomb was
No.
number 4. Number 4 hurt me bad.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad. And you said that was 20,000, and we're going to do 1 million?
2 million.
2 million.
Are you kidding me?
Oh man. Yeah, that's good. I like that one too.
That's not unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. I personally would vouch for the Chiba Gold. I think is probably up in my top.
That one was great. And it's still hot enough that
Very good.
anyone that likes spice is going to feel
Yeah,
a little bit of heat and a little, like, anxiety, but it never gets out of control.
Yeah, just heat your head up a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
it warns you that you're hitting that hot threshold, but it doesn't breach it. But it backs it up with a good set of flavors.
Yeah,
I
the
like
flavors were amazing.
Yeah.
Now I can
I
see
think that was
you
my
guys.
favorite.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So far, that's my favorite,
That was
too.
number 5, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. That was so tasty. And also number 3 was very good. The first one.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like
the El
that one, too.
Yucateco. And to be honest, that El Yucateco, you can pick that up at Walmart. You can pick that up at
I like
Mosher's.
that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's like $3.
Now, going back to the bomb, number 4, you guys got over that a lot quicker than me because I was, dude, I wanted to walk out of the fucking room and just keep slapping shit and just walk into the cold, cold night. It's uncomfortable.
He just starts picking up snow off the ground and shoving it in his face. It wouldn't help. It wouldn't help.
I was going to say, it looked like it hit you pretty hard.
Dude, you guys got over it way quicker than I did.
I thought you said you plateaued. I thought you were on the downslope.
Well, I thought I did. I'm so scared looking at the last one.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous.
So, should we eat it now and then keep talking, or should we talk?
I'm not going to be able to talk. I remember him reading, and I was going, I can't believe he can say anything right now.
I was reading, but it was completely useless reading. Like, to be fair.
Give me waves of just fear.
Do you just want to finish us off?
Let's let the palate chill for just a second.
Okay.
Give us a couple minutes, and then we'll bounce into that.
All right.
Because I think there's something I want to be clear about our prior topic being the whole gun control debate and all that stuff. So I am super, super, super happy and proud of these high schoolers who, after the Parkland shooting, they have done an amazing job. And I'm not going to say that they've been on point every single time, and I'm not going to say that they've been perfect pitch people to, get their point across.
Yeah, but they're
politically
high schoolers.
Exactly. But
And
they have been
also-
able to encapsulate a momentum in the society that we have, for 2 generations, haven't been able to mobilize.
Yes.
And these are fucking 17-year-olds,
Yeah.
So I have to give them a ton of credit for saying they have literally nothing to lose. It's not like they have a political career they're going to drop. It's not like they don't give a shit about people making fun of them or poking, prodding at them. They have been so, I want to say inspirational, but it's not inspiration so much as I just feel, I feel
felt
a certain,
guilty.
Well, I feel okay, that's interesting. I feel a certain weight lifted off myself, not because of a weight of responsibility being lifted, but more of a, holy shit, there's actually a possibility we could do something reasonable. And it's all coming out of teenagers.
Yeah.
And what kills me is there's teenagers who are being more responsible and more active than an entire generation of people before them.
Yeah.
And more than the Congress has been. It's just amazing to me to see that. And they will fucking annihilate you on Twitter. Like, they're good. And so good on them, It's like, good for you guys. I'm so proud of them.
First of all, they're not trained to have the exact words that we're used to. Because the thing is, they're going from their personal beliefs and their interaction with it and their loss of lives. And even then, not all of them agree with all the same things. Not all of them are saying ban, these weapons altogether. But they're all coming together and saying, there's a problem. We need to make some steps.
Yes.
We need to do common sense. And that's the thing is somehow that's a bad word now. You say common sense, gun control, and people go, oh, but that's the end of it all then. And
all
it's
they
like,
hear is gun
how?
control. Yeah. They only hear gun control. They don't hear how can we actually make people safer.
Like you were talking earlier, Marshall, there's always been gun control. No one can have a fully automatic weapon.
Right.
Yeah. And
Right
I
now.
am fine with... I agree with that.
Yeah, me too.
100%. I think everybody in the NRA would agree with that. Maybe a super special permit. All the shit will get you a fully automatic.
Let's clarify
The
one thing,
problem
though,
is the
before we...
NRA is owned by the gun companies that build it. It's not the members. The
They're not-
members
it's
are
not the members?
brainwashed into their
hold on.
stance
Most
to
people
it.
in my family are NRA.
Okay, let's hold on before we go too far into the NRA thing, because there's one thing we do not know, and we do not know how many members the NRA actually has. They refuse to let it be known how many are actually contributing members to their organization.
Contributing members.
Yeah, people who actually pay to their NRA membership, they actually become an NRA member. They won't tell you how many members they have. What they do tell you is how much lobbying money they do for the gun industry. And you can prove that by simply looking at FOIA requests, Freedom of Information requests about who is contributing as a lobbyist to Congress. Those things have to be reported. And the NRA is a lobbying organization for Congress for the gun manufacturers. I would agree with you 100% that most people who are members of the NRA, the people who are on the ground like we are going to say, yeah, of course. Like, who the fuck needs a bump stock? I mean, that's crazy. Like, I mean, that's who
But
needs
then
that
why
shit?
why don't more of them stand up against it? Why isn't there more an outcry? That's where my confusion is. If they truly believe these things, and the 89% that we get a lot of reports of is saying, yeah, common sense gun control makes sense. Why aren't they going to these rallies? Why aren't they saying, hey, I'm an NRA member and I don't?
They are
for that.
now.
It's me too. I mean, I can speak for myself. I'm fucking lazy. I don't know. I feel like these kids are going to take care of the problem, or somebody else is, and I'm not. You know, I want things, but I'm not working towards things, and it's shameful.
Hey, but that is honest, and that is honest, and that is something that most people don't reflect on in a serious way. And
I want to make a point. You shouldn't feel bad about that, because I think all of us have come to a certain idea that we can't make a change. Yeah. We've tried to do certain things within our lifetime, and continually it gets shut down. This new generation, these new kids fighting for this, they seem to not give a shit. And they go, well, we're going to still fight for it. And so there's a level of props that I think, man, go at it, kids, because either we got deflated early on.
Absolutely,
or
we did.
we didn't have the reasons to fight as hard. But it's a different situation now, and I think more of them are realizing that it's not fair.
They're saying, if you sons of bitches are not going to do something about people walking into my classroom and killing my friends, we're going to do it. Mm-hmm. And more power to them. Because...
well, they're the ones that are truly been affected.
They are.
And I didn't have to worry about gun shootings in my school.
Yeah, that's where the fire is coming from inside of them,
Yeah.
Because
they saw their classmates get killed.
Yeah, and they're like,
quite literally,
fucking doing something about it. And it's so sad that's...
That's why I said earlier I felt guilty. Because I felt guilty because we should have done more, or it should have been more unacceptable at the time when it happened early that these poor kids don't have to do that fight.
My God, when Sandy Hook happened and we had, how many elementary school children got gunned down? Elementary school children. Yeah, but and nothing happened.
There's
like, what does that say about us as a country when we have, fucking 5 and 8 and 5-year-olds, like 6, 7, 10-year-olds getting killed in their own school. Yeah. And we say, I can't solve it all. Anything, can't fix everything.
Yeah.
Like, that is, and then you have somebody like Alex fucking Jones who's saying, well, it was a false flag incident, and it was a government conspiracy, and there's all this bullshit.
Even the Vegas
that
shooting,
just blows my
recently
mind.
They were like, there were so many people that I kept hearing, that's fishy, or this is, and I'm like, yeah, but you get different accounts because there's different situations.
There was there was thousands of people around that area hearing different things.
And I'm not saying that in the past governments haven't done shady shit to get certain agendas, but I honestly can't imagine that they're just repeatedly killing civilians to try and slowly pass legislation to take our guns away in some weird backhanded way. Like, if they really wanted to do that, they would fucking dominate us. And that's what they normally do in situations like that. They don't wait and try and pass it by laws.
Just on the media, and it would happen. what's happening.
And let's point out too that if the purpose is to pass more restrictive gun legislation, they're doing a horrible job.
Yeah.
Like this is, I mean, they're actually utterly failing that. If it were a government conspiracy to do that, we actually have less gun restriction now than we have in the past. So why would we imagine? Not we. You know what I'm saying? People who are on the fringe. Why would they even imagine that that's what's happening? It's kind of mind-boggling. So circling around to my point was just with the kids. I am super, super proud of them, and I have been. I would love to show. I had a list of some of the comments from either TV personalities or opinion piece hosts, and some people in Congress commenting against these kids. And I wanted to just point out that there are people who are attacking 17-year-olds because they want a little more responsibility for their gun legislation. And there's people in Congress who are, or just out of Congress, or who have a media platform who are attacking specific individuals within that movement.
And then got owned.
And largely they did get owned.
All they have to do is threaten their money, and all of a sudden then they, certain organizations care.
Yeah.
And I think that's hilarious that the kids have already figured that out.
Yeah.
They go, who are your sponsors? And they go, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's fantastic that's all it takes is go, hey, we might lose you some money. And they go, oh, whoa. We're sorry about that. We didn't mean it that way. It's stupid that we haven't figured that out.
Yeah. I mean,
but I do want to make one point. I know you're trying to say something. It's real quick. I'm not opposed to people owning guns. I have a hard time with military grade weapons. And that's not going to solve all the problem, because I know a skilled shooter can use a normal rifle and kill just as many people. But the problem I have is the ease of it. So yes, it might not stop a shooting in the future, but Joe Schmo who just decides to get a gun and shoot a bunch of people just nilly-willy, I think that's a stupid thing that we accept. Whereas, maybe someone with military training or who has really lost his mind and trains to do this interaction, you might lose as many people.
Right.
But it's going to be harder. There's more chances people can be saved. There's more chances people can intervene and stop it from coming without even it meaning that we have to shoot them. But if it takes longer time to reload a weapon, if there's less shots in that gun so that you can't just spray anyone to come and stop you, there's more chances to stop the individual and actually apprehend them, instead of the solution being, well, we should just supply guns to teachers and they should be able to kill people. Yeah. That's a weird solution to me.
Which nearly no teacher wants.
If you played a video game, you shoot the teacher, then you pick up their gun, you got two guns now.
You don't even have to shoot them. If it's an old lady, you push her over and she breaks her hip and you take her gun and then you can shoot people.
Nick, I like what you're saying here, man. Yeah. Just anything, any kind of a deterrent. Let's try something, okay? And people are attacking the assault-type weapons. Okay, let's try something. And what's the common denominator in a lot of these things? Okay, it's this kind of gun. You say, you could do it with a hunting rifle with a bigger magazine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's just take what we know. Let's make a fucking step, which is what these kids are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point I made earlier. I got a 22 that holds 30 bullets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but
you have to pop each shot off.
Make something.
Yeah.
Just take a step.
Well, just take the step of doing something as simple as, like we have done in the past, is just simply say, hey, 10-round magazines. That's it. That's all there are no high-capacity magazines. Done.
Well, in what situation do you... So the other argument is the home defense thing. I need to be able to protect myself. I'm almost not totally opposed to military-grade weapons if someone has proper training. Every year they have to go in, show they know how to handle it safely.
Yes.
Every year they have to pass a background check.
Yes.
Every year they have to go through some sort of mental clearing.
Yes.
If we took common sense stances on these things and you said, oh, you want to go for this level weapon? Well, we're going to look at it very intensely. How does anyone say then we're infringing on your right because we're making a man-made choice to make someone accountable for their ownership and making sure that some lunatic isn't in the hands of it?
Yes.
We're making sure you're fit to have the fucking right in the first place.
You got to be fit to drive.
Dude, that's where my mind was going.
How the fuck are you too fit?
They test
you don't have to be fit enough to have a fucking gun.
You renew your driver's license. If you can't see, you don't drive.
Yeah.
Them's the rules.
We have
Sorry.
here in Missouri, we have car inspections once a car reaches a certain age that you have to have your vehicle inspected just to get it on the road.
Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't cost very much, but it is a roadblock to people having junkers that will literally collapse and explode on the road. Why not have that for something that is designed for lethality? It is designed to kill people.
Yeah.
Well, it's designed to kill.
Vonnegut puts holes in people.
Yeah.
That's the only point.
Yeah, it's designed to kill things, be it deer, be it animals, be it animal humans. It doesn't matter. They're designed to kill things. So yes, I agree 100%. Mental health, background checks, prove that you have a skills test, get a license. I think we should have gun licensure.
Yeah.
I think that if you own a firearm, doesn't matter what it is, and it doesn't matter if you inherited the gun from your dad or your whoever, that you have, just like a vehicle, a transfer of sale or a bill of ownership. And you know what?
Well, that's a way to keep it out of the criminals' hands.
It is.
So the idea that somehow, the criminals will always find a way to get guns. Yes, but we're making it super fucking easy for them right now.
Yeah.
Why the hell don't we do more
something?
to say,
just do something.
Hey, you can't just sell it to Joe Schmo and go, well, I don't need to look at your background papers.
So
you don't have to at a gun show. You can do whatever the fuck you want, and it's fine. And people
gotta
go,
be careful about gun shows. There's weird things about gun shows that they do. Gun shows have to be legal in terms of the community that they're shown, and they have to follow guidelines with specific vendors. And so the vendors will do background checks from the site because they can do that. Now, the problem is there's no authority that goes in and says and watches the vendors who look back from the side and say, yeah, you know what? I do have this pistol that I just happen to have. And yeah, you want it for $50. Here you go.
Yeah.
And they just hand it off to people. I'm not saying that, like, that's certainly not all vendors, but there is no, quote, gun show loophole in the sense.
But someone without qualms of just selling merchandise for money has an easy way of doing it.
Yes, that is where it is.
I'm not saying that they're designed to get around it, but I'm saying it's easier.
There's enough, there's a loose enough system to allow those things to happen.
Now, and the other problem we have with that, and I know the argument is going to be like, well, online purchases.
Yeah. You have to do a bill of sale
if you do
and
it through
a change of title.
If you set up a structure to make it harder, or you hurt people that go outside that process with really strong, not even fines, but I think you should go to jail if you're selling weapons that are.
It's fair to threaten it. I think that there's a threat. The threat of jail time and fines is usually enough to deter most, even, seedy people to not do a whole lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And if you just have to say, look, if I got caught without this bill of sale and this license for this gun, and I'm running up for 3 years.
Yes.
And this is just a fucking Glock. Do I really want to go for a Glock?
Exactly. You put things in place to make it harder, more accountable.
Make it too hot to hold for the criminals. Because right now, like you said, it's so fucking easy to get a weapon. But what if, everybody that wants to carry, if you get patted down by the cops, you go to jail that's an illegitimate gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom shakalaka. That's
like that.
100%.
It drops the people that have them down a lot. No, you're never going to solve the problem, man.
No.
It's never going to stop certain people from having guns who shouldn't have guns. But you could take the vast majority after, say, 10 years or 15 years, however long it takes, you could see the actual effect of these rules.
Yep.
And I think that's 100% where we need to go.
Yeah.
And a large portion of why Congress is not wanting to do it, because it's scary and they're going to piss people off. And I'm not going to say we should do like Australia did with the actual gun sale and then make it illegal.
Yeah.
That was extreme. It worked, but it was extreme. But one of the people who actually wrote that law in Australia said, yeah, I knew I was never going to get reelected. I knew that I was never going to be in public office.
That isn't trying to do politics long term.
Yeah, well, and that's a whole other issue. But yes, I agree. But even in there, they said, you know what? I know this is going to end my political career, but it is the right thing to do for our country.
That's what you want in a politician.
Yes, yes, it is. Absolutely, 100%.
That's the fucking point of a politician, not a career.
100%.
But
the careers is what ruins the whole thing.
Yep.
Hey, you guys want to ruin your night real quick?
Yeah,
I do. But you know what? We're going to pause. The James Chambers Show is going to take a pause for just 1 second. Shit. We're going to pause, and we'll be back.
Got to pee out my butt.
In just 1 minute. We're coming back from the James Chambers Show Part 2. We're going to do, we finished with We have gone through the Añejo Verde pepper sauce. We have hit the El Yucateco black label. We have conquered Da Bomb. We have had the High River sauces, Chiba Gold with a habanero and Scotch bonnet peppers. We have hit the hot ones, fiery chipotle, and conquered them all. We've cleared the board. What we got to do now is master the Last Dab. The Last Dab Carolina Reaper edition with over 2 million Scoville heat units in...
No!
So conquer is a strong word.
I wouldn't say I conquered.
Because I think I survived the bomb, but
Yeah.
I have PTSD for sure.
No, understandable, because that was definitely not very comfortable. But in tradition, because this did come from watching Hot Ones on First We Feast, and it did come from actually purchasing some of their sauces because I found it very entertaining, and I appreciate Sean Evans for actually inspiring me to take my show to this particular level. We dabbed, not only did we toss our last nuggets, our popcorn chickens,
Right.
in the dab, we dabbed the last ones. So we actually applied the Last Dab honorarium here, and we are about to
Oh, God.
2 million, baby!
Please help me, God. Okay, here I go.
all right, everybody
Fire
got
in
your
the
dab.
hole.
Everybody got your dab.
I got my
It's
dab.
nice knowing you boys.
This has been
Yep.
fun. All right, here we go. All right.
I hate you, Marshall.
No, I also hate Marshall.
I hit myself.
I'm gonna eat my second one. Just
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna do it.
already kicking in. Okay, I get that now.
Wow. Okay. I haven't even got to my second one. Oh, fuck. Shit, I should have hit record.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Son
I'm
of a
kidding.
bitch, I will fucking kill you.
I'm not doing it twice.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay, I'm eating it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Swallowed
eating
it. You know, I just want to thank my mom just for birthing me.
Yeah.
She didn't know. She didn't know back then.
If I never see you again, I'm sorry.
too. Wow.
Oh, fuck.
My face is on fire. Like, I am hot. I'm sweating.
My lip hurts. My bottom lip, it's transferred to my top lip now.
The entirety of
together.
my mouth. Oh. Oh.
My legs bouncing. Nick stomping.
Oh, the Belgian white's not helping. Oh. 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 I think Hunter's in a coma.
He's spicy, quite robust.
He's in a dab hole.
He's quoting Captain Boy. He's done.
Oh, my God.
Oh. I have to
I'm
admit
crying.
the flavor was good until the heat hit.
I'm officially crying.
Me too.
There it is.
Oh, my God.
I irrationally just want to take my headphones off. I just toss them.
I want to tear what a little hair I have out of my head because I feel like the pain would at least subside,
Oh,
but I'm refusing.
fuck, that's hot. Lord, have mercy on our souls. If I believed it. Oh.
It just keeps going. Ow! Ow! Oh, is this what birthing feels like?
How you doing there, Hunter?
You look pretty good, something that for real.
I'm crying and drooling.
I'm gonna need some milk soon. I've resisted, but I have tears rolling down my face.
Oh, me too.
Can't breathe through my nose.
Oh, I think it's starting to tame just a little bit. Oh.
I'm setting fires everywhere.
Oh, thanks, Alex. That's our reporter in the field. Alex Jones. Not unlike us tonight.
I like to eat.
He likes to eat. Oh, thanks for the report.
Does he have anything to say about frogs?
Oh, he does. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's getting the milk, guys. First one. He drank the milk.
Oh,
Okay, now that someone else
I
did it.
don't like them putting chemicals in the water. friggin' frog's gay.
I don't either, Alex. I think that's entirely inappropriate.
Those fries were gay the day they were born.
I'm not going to lie. I do feel a little bit stoned right now. All right, so that was the last dab, the Carolina Reaper edition. I think I might have aspirated my own
She
spit.
throws up.
Oh, I'm sure that sounded amazing for all of you listening.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just knee slapping and crying. Grown men to crying.
If you ever wanted to hear a room of grown men crying, that was it.
Me, I prefer the turn away and grimace.
I noticed
Silently.
that.
Yeah, you did good, man.
Turn away.
You were stoic.
How much of that milk? That's not too bad. We've only gone through like, what, a quarter gallon of milk? That's not bad.
You didn't even drink any, man. I'm surprised.
I'm trying to tough it out,
Yeah.
but my tongue hurts like a motherfucker.
I got a while, and then I was like, nope, fuck it.
So, gentlemen, from the bottom of my heart and apparently my stomach, and which will eventually be the bottom of my colon.
Oh, God. I thought it was done with, but tomorrow's going to be hell.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
That's when the real fun begins.
Exactly. I'm off. I'll be in the can. Guys, I'm so glad you came on the show with me to do this. It has been a lot of fun. It's been really enjoyable. Except for this part, which hurts like so horribly. But I love you guys, and I really hope that we get to do this again soon.
You're all right.
So,
Love you too, buddy. You're all right.
Yeah, snap. I can't snap with my left hand,
close enough.
apparently. Nah, I love you too, man. It was fun.
It is good. It's good to hang out and do this.
Yeah, thanks for having us and supplying the goods, man.
Yep.
Even
No
though they
problem.
did hurt us very badly.
Hey, that is the kind of quality volunteerism that America was founded on. Like,
Well, that's the only way you'd get me to do something like this if it was free. I would not pay for that pain.
yeah, damn right. And this is what Alex has to say about that exact sort of volunteerism.
1776 will commence again.
Damn right.
What's about 1776? Why is that such a good time?
I'm just going to let that
that's
one.
talking to time.
Yeah, I'm just going to let that one sit there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
Peter.
Peter.
That's my safe word.
Peter.
Just one word.
Peter.
Giraffe.
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 Well, this has been the James Chambers Show Hot Sauce Challenge Edition. Thank you guys so much. I don't have a title for this episode. What title?
I think it's something like I am not having a good time.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Thank you for listening to the I Am Not Having a Good Time episode of the James Chambers Show. If you want to hear more of this claptrap, then feel free to subscribe. Thank you for listening. Put your comments in the comment section below or email me at Fuck. I can't even remember my own email address. At realjcshow2017@gmail.com or on Twitter at realjcshow. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
Stole that from the president.
Love it.
Oh shit. my phone.
Nick, hold that up. Hold that fucking funky beat up. God damn. God dang. Who's calling? Nick.
Oh, baby.